Hello, everybody, and welcome. As you know, we are here for Billy's annual review of his IEP. The purpose of today's meeting is an annual IEP for Billy. We will review Billy's present level of performance, which include assessment results, strengths and weaknesses, concerns of team members, progress toward goals, proposed goals, placement options, and services needed to access his educational program. So let's start with introductions. I am Alessia Calvaruso Stone, Billy's special education teacher, and I will be facilitating this meeting. We also have his service providers, Alicia McDermott, occupational therapist, Ariella Ives, speech language therapist, Susie Peak, counselor, Stephanie Streety, district representative, who will also be taking notes, updating documents, and keeping time. Sue Ann Kaplas is the principal of Bridgeport School. Vanessa Kammerer is our translator. And last but not least, Mom and Dad, Miss Maria and John Miller. And do you need translation on and as needed basis or for everything? Okay, no problem. Miss Maria and John, as Billy's mother and father, you are the most important team member and vital that your insights into in Billy's education and experience are shared today with the team. We will not have a general education present today as Billy attends a non-public school with current placement in a self-contained classroom. I'll need everyone to sign in before we leave. Susie and Alicia, it looks like you are the only ones left we need to sign. So I'll put that up for you before we go. Miss Miller, here's a copy of your parents' right procedural safeguards. Mr. Miller, is your copy too? Please remember that it is very important that you're actively involved in the educational planning for your child and that the IEP team will make no changes in your child program or services without your input, knowledge, and consent. Do you understand your parents' rights? Would you like to review or discuss any part of them? If you ever have a question or concerns about Billy's IEP, please contact me. And if needed, we can schedule a review IEP to bring the team back together to discuss your concerns or address your questions. Here is a brochure that describes the Community Advisory Committee. This group provides educational and support services to parents. This brochure describes the alternative dispute resolution process, which LAUSD provides to address situations where the IEP team needs assistance in reaching agreements. Do you have any questions about any of this material? As we know, an IEP meeting is a collaborative process, and all participants will be provided opportunity to ask questions and provide recommendations and suggestions. The IEP team has the authority and responsibility to design a program in which Billy can derive meaningful benefit. So we will proceed through the IEP in the following order. We will discuss present level of performance, followed by the review of an establishment of goals, and we will then determine appropriate placement and services. We will finish the meeting by reviewing and we agreed upon and any items that need follow-up. And for you, to you, Miss and Mr. Miller, are there any discussion items you would like to add to the agenda before we move on? As a facilitator, I'll establish the meeting norms so that this meeting can be as productive as possible. Billy is too important not to. It is important that you all feel comfortable to share your views willingly while also respecting the views of others. Everyone will get a chance to talk and share their thoughts without interruptions. Please share your views willingly, knowing that you will be respected and heard by other team members. If you disagree with or want to respond to a team member's assessment, please take notes, and there will be plenty of time after each presentation to respectfully ask clarifying questions or share any thoughts or concern. If issues come up that cannot be resolved through brief discussion, we will make time to revisit them again later in the meeting or at another meeting if necessary. This process will ensure that we are able to get through each of the items or the agenda in a timely manner. This is a team effort, and we are all in this together with the common goal of advancing Billy's goals and education and finding consensus on how to best meet Bill's needs and support his educational progress. We will move forward with the agreement that all participants remain during the whole meeting, if at all possible. I know Miss Sue-Ann will have to leave a few minutes earlier, so we'll have her present near the beginning of the meeting. Before we begin, I would like to remind you that the IEP paperwork I brought to the table and which I sent you all a copy of a few days ago is a draft. We can make changes on any of the material, and Ms. Strati will be making changes to the document throughout the meeting, updating it to new agreed upon changes the team reaches. In this meeting, we will be looking at Bill's level present of performance, where we will review his strengths, area of need, accommodations and supports, and progress toward previous year's IEP goals, establishing new measurable goals and benchmarks based on data and assessments. These data should also show that the new goals are reasonably obtainable within the course of a year. Before we leave today, we will also be discussing the specific plan for how we plan to communicate with Billy's mom and dad, which will remain the same with a daily behavior chart and monthly phone calls and emails discussing his progress toward goals and sharing relevant data. Billy's mom and dad knows that I am available anytime to hear any concerns, and that I will communicate regularly about Billy's progress. I think we are ready to start. Everybody should have copies of the draft which I sent out a few days ago. So Billy continues to be eligible for special ed in the category of autism. Looking at the strengths and weaknesses, Mom, is there anything